Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Been a bit of a day. Hope it gets better as we move along with the stream and everything. Gonna run around, check and make sure that everything's up and running one more time, and then we'll go ahead and get started. If you're here early, thank you so much, I greatly appreciate it. And if this is your first time here, thanks for coming. We'll get started here soon. All right, let's get started. Hey, how y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm in a little bit of funk today. Honestly, I'm trying to get myself out of it. Been a little bit weird, but you know, that's life. Things, you have good days, you got bad days. Today was just one of those days where it's like some parts of it were a lot of fun and really cool. I got to see my folks, which was really nice to see them. We got light for the camera, so now hopefully y'all can see everything a little bit better. And yeah, I've just been trying to get my machines to work, and I'm gonna be real. Ever since moving into the new house, I've been having nothing but problems with all of my printers. Not so much the Bamboos; those things seem to be working pretty well so far. And my Neptune 3s, thankfully, after I got some of them working, have been working pretty well. It's just the Neptune 4s that I've had the longest time here in the house have just, I've been trying my best. We've been making some things work out. I got a couple things in front to display that we're gonna be talking about a little bit later today. But yeah, it's just been one of those, want things to be better, not quite working better, but I have some new things to try, so maybe they'll be better today. And then, yeah, we're gonna try to do this new thing, and I think I mentioned this last time we streamed. We're gonna stream for a little while on Saturdays, just to be like, hey, this is what we're doing today, and get people caught up, and also do like a weekly recap, like, hey, what's going on this week? And then Sunday is gonna be like the, here's everything that finished yesterday. Let's do some more catching up on what's gonna be happening here with us this following week, and then, you know, and if we're not streaming, then that probably means we're working on the video, which that's probably gonna be happening here pretty soon. But even during that, I'm gonna try to get at least the Saturday smaller streams in. Sorry I started so late today. Didn't want to start that late today, but if you can't tell, we got another laptop. Okay, so why? So Katie's new job, she needs a laptop to help her work on some of the stuff over there, so she's been taking her usual one, and I used that for streaming last time, and it was the easiest way, and I tested with HDMI streaming stuff with my camera. I need more expensive equipment for that I'm not ready to go purchase just yet. So yeah, I just got one of these because honest to God, it was cheaper than doing the whole rigmarole. Not necessarily what I wanted to get, but that's what I got. Surprisingly enough, though, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's got an i7. It's okay. It's 12th or 13th gen, or whatever the newest one is. And then it also has a one of the 40 series cards in there. I think it's a 4070, so it's not the worst card. Is it 4070? I bet it's 4060. I bet you the guy's talking weird about button. It really shouldn't matter. It's not that big a deal. Like, I'm not trying to game on this thing. It's more so some of the other stuff I work on when it comes. Yeah, 13th gen i7. That's not bad. What do we got in there? What's in there? 4060. Yeah, that dude's fingers. Anyways, yeah, that's just so we can actually do this. I would stream from the PC upstairs, but none of my extension cables for my USB stuff work. I mean, they work, but they stop after a certain amount of times you plug them all in together. And I mean, that's just the way it goes. Cable and power degradation over time, it's a thing. Ethernet, I think it's like 100 feet before you start losing. So if you don't see me staring directly at the screen, it's because I have the thing on the brightest setting. I got to turn this down. Look, I got a new camera mounted light up here, and my God, I like every time I look at it, it's like I'm blind. I'm blind. Oh God, I'm blind. The reason why I got it was so that when I get closer with stuff, you could actually see some things, because our lighting in here is really not that great. Did you guys even notice a difference? Let me know in the chat, and I'm gonna come walk over there and talk. Hold on, the co-host is here. Come on, Mr. Business, you have a little business tie on. You need to talk. Get up here. Come on, Mr. Business. Everyone say hi to Talk to me. It's been a while since he's been on stream, I think. Hey, buddy. So we're gonna check chat real quick. Megadong, like always, good to see you. Thanks for coming. Ty Guy, what is up, man? It's good to see you too. It's been a while. He says, keep your chin up, buddy, while seeing you here, and always great having you. Dude, thank you. Seriously, appreciate it. It's yeah. You know. But appreciate you. Thank you. Kenko says, hi, what's up, Kenko? Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Ty Guy says he just ordered a K1 and K1 Max. It will be here to the 8th, though. I'm so excited. I tossed my CR10 Smart. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Please be careful with the doors. If you want to see something really, really funny, go check out Uncle Jesse's video. I think it's on the K1 Max when he opened it on stream. I'm not gonna lie, that might be one of the most legendary moments in 3D printing history, just from the dude's face alone. Talk to me. What are you sniffing over there, dude? What you doing? You looking for more space to sit down? He likes sitting at the corner of things. He doesn't like sitting like in the middle of anything. He's a weird one like that. He's a good boy though. Oh, Doris, are you in here? Oh my God, Doris, girl, I missed you. I'm about to fly you out to North Carolina to hang out for a week. It's been one of those, like, I need a friend like you around. I think it'd be cool. Oh my God. You know where to find me, Dustin, at TheNextDecade.co. Email me sometime. I miss you. I miss you like hell. Katie does too. Sekai no Hakaisha Productions, the AKA Jake. What's up, man? I see a turtle on there. Don't you know, Dustin, we could have been turtles? Oh, dude, okay. So let's talk about this turtle real quick since you've seen it. I just wanted to print some stuff for Thanksgiving so then everyone at the dinner table gets to see like weird stuff that we're working on. And I just found this cool turtle STL on printables. I really need to go find who did it. It was in the low poly section, but it's a low poly sea turtle. And now we printed this on the new material we got from Polymaker. One sec, let me go read off what this stuff is. We printed it on Polylite PLA, and the color is yes. Yeah, wait, where's the box for it? I don't know where the box for it is. Luminous blue. This is Polylite PLA Luminous blue. I almost ate shit in front of everybody. Okay, we're gonna break the illusion. There's a chair here. I need somewhere to put the power brick. But you know what? I don't need the chair to be like right there. I can use the table part of the chair and swing that around. So hopefully I won't kill myself on that cable. Why is it plugged in there? All right, we're gonna try not to kill the stream. I'm gonna plug this back in. Give me a sec. Behind this printer. Oh my God, I think it just died. Are we there? We good? We're good. Gucci. Nope. Screen go dark. What happened? Okay. Kitty wants to be on the stream. Yeah, Takumi's the best. I love that cat. He'll jump up on things he shouldn't jump up on, but now I'm starting to realize that I just put him on something I don't want him jumping up on. I think I'm giving him the wrong kind of reinforcement. Anyways. Oh, I forgot to mention, we also made these little cats. These were posted up on printables recently as well too. Did that light just die? What is happening? This is what I mean. I've been having nothing but tech issues like all day. Low battery? Dog, I charged you all day. All right, we're gonna charge this light and we'll bring it back when we actually start showing some more stuff. Give me a second, y'all. Can you believe I do this show all by myself? It's an unmitigated disaster at all times. Also feels like it overheated. There's no way it's like... Come on. USB-C. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go plug this in. When I come back, I'm gonna have a couple more things to show you on the table, okay? Give me like a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Got some water while I was at it, don't be mad. Okay, so I'm jumping back in the chat real quick because Kenko actually asked, what is the best 3D printer for a beginner? Okay, so if you are new to 3D printing, like brand new to 3D printing, I only have 2 questions for you. What's your budget? And how big do you want your printer? Because that's the next question you gotta think about is your budget and your size. Now, if you're on a budget, I would recommend trying to find one of the Neptune 3 Pro or Plus machines. The Neptune 3 Pro is relatively smaller size build plate. It's about this, it's kind of like an Ender, if you've ever seen an Ender, but instead of it being an Ender, it's actually good. Give me a second, I have a 4, which gives you an idea of like the size of the Neptune 3 Pro. So what I'm about to show you actually needs some repair. So this isn't the 3, this is the 4, but it has relatively the same size. Now the 4, I would recommend. I like the 4. But I don't know if I can recommend it as a beginner's 3D printer. It's one of those weird kind of places. Now, if you want to get one, you could get it to theoretically work like the Neptune 3 did, if you slice for it the same way you would for a Neptune 3. But you would have to use settings for the Neptune 4 based on the settings for the Neptune 3. See what I mean? It's not necessarily something I can recommend to a beginner, because you probably don't know what the hell I just said right there, and that's okay. So, the Neptune 3 is fine. The Neptune 3 Pro is fine. The Neptune 4, just the 4, is pretty cool too. I like that one. So if you're willing to sit and tinker with one a little bit longer and learn the ins and outs of it and get along with the new clipper style of 3D printing, I would say the Neptune 4, tentatively. But if you want something that's going to be reliable, relatively quick, and really beginner friendly, you really can't go wrong with a Neptune 3 Pro. I really love that machine. And if you want a bigger version of it that can do 3D printed helmets and stuff like that, that's where I would recommend the Neptune 3 Plus. And if you want to go bigger, there's a Neptune 3 Max. I have every version of those machines, love those machines. Unfortunately, I'm slowly phasing out my Neptune 3 Pros, so I don't know when. We may be putting a couple up in our shop as like used but still really good condition machines, because they're less than a year old, some of the ones that we have. We just had to use them for a job. I wasn't too happy about having to use them for a job, but that's the way it ended up working out. So we're gonna maybe come back and work on this. This is a Neptune 4 Pro. It's different because it has a rail on it. We'll probably come back talking about this a little bit later. Now, let's say you have a little bit more money. Let's say you have the kind of money to throw around and you don't necessarily care about the size of the printer. I would say either go with a Prusa Mark IV. I've been hearing nothing but good things about it. Been wanting to get one for myself to review, just because I don't own a Prusa yet. I really would like to own a Prusa, but if I was going to own a Prusa, you guys know me. I like big printers. I like big machine. Give me big robot. So I would want to go with the Prusa XL. Unfortunately, I don't really know if I'm going to buy an XL right away. And the only reason why is that I want to see more and more people get theirs. And I'm sure that by the time more and more people have theirs, there's going to be more people have even more cool settings and things they can show me where I could be like, oh my God, I could totally recommend this printer. So like, I'm in that weird middle ground where I want to recommend a Prusa because I've met Joe. I've met the rest of the team that comes to all the different East Coast and like 3D printing events. And like I've gotten to see some of these machines for myself. Hell, Joel helped me with a project. Joel, 3D printing nerd, high five dude if you're there out there. He helped me with a project a couple months ago, and I got to get something printed on one of the new Prusa XL, and it was, ooh, that was a hefty print, and I liked it. I want it. Gimme. Well, I like multi-material, but the thing that's really appealing to me about that machine is the tool changer on it, and I think having those multiple nozzles with multiple different size materials, whew, that would do some really cool things. I think I'd be able to make some really, really wacky stuff. And that's why I'm partially kind of upset about Orange Storm Giga, but we'll talk about that later. Now, if you have no care for how big your printer is, like you just want something that's like smaller build plate, but could build like a relatively decent size like mask, like let's say like the Spider-Man face shell or something like that, and you want to be able to print fast, super reliably, has no problem, you're gonna go get with Bambu Labs X1 Carbon, because then you can also print with carbon. You ain't necessarily need to get an X1 Carbon. They have other ones too that if you just want to print with things like PLA, there's the P1P, there's a P1S. They have a new X1E that I wouldn't recommend that for a beginner just because of that's a really, whew, that machine gets hot. But my favorite thing about that app, or that whole thing, is that it has an app, and if you want to just, you know, tap, 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 and have a 3D print start in another room, you could totally do that. I've actually done a couple shorts, I think, talking about how I was able to 3D print in the back of my car with the Bambu Labs and the EcoFlow. And then I was in the air on my way home from Ranger Stop. I was flying in. I got Wi-Fi on my plane. I was like, oh, cool. I wonder if I can mess with a couple little settings on my phone. And sure enough, I was able to use Bambu Studio, select a model, and select a 3D print to start a mile high in the air. So I don't know who else has the mile high in the air 3D printing club yet, except for people on the ISS maybe. So yeah. But yeah, the Bambu Labs machines are pretty good if you're looking for a beginner machine from them. Oh, I forgot to mention one of their biggest appeal pieces is that they have a thing called AMS. It's an automated material system, I think is what it's called. Essentially, it's 4 slots in your printer that you can put 4 different spools in, and you can make multicolored prints. I got some examples right here, and it's a great segue to our next discussion. Here's one right here where it just uses 2 different colors, and if you don't think that looks like a 3D print, it's because, well, we ironed it, so it doesn't necessarily look like a 3D print. And you can do this on other printers too. But yeah, see how smooth that came out? Super smooth because we ironed it. And that's the other thing, is like, we're going to try and start getting some cool slicer settings for all these different machines that we use and sharing them all with you on the channel. So if you become a member, I'm pretty sure we can share some of that with y'all too. But as of right now, if I had to recommend a beginner machine from them, like you don't want to spend like the full grand on one of theirs, but you have like, you know, $500 to throw around, the Bambu Labs A1 Mini has been a pretty solid contender. And shouting back again to my friend Joel, 3D printing nerd, if you go check his channel from a few months back, he got a early production version of he got an early version of the A1 Mini, and it has a automated system on it too that works a little bit different than the one that's on the X1s. And he was also saying how he thinks that that's his new favorite printer from them, how he thinks it's better than the X1s and the P1s with the AMS on there. So go check that out. Go see what he thinks about it. Go look around, see which one's for you, but ultimately I'm somebody that thinks that you have to see one of these printers for yourself to be like, yeah, I want that. So try to check your local area, see if there's any 3D printing events happening anytime soon. But if you have like a really low budget, like I said, Neptune 3 Pro, if you have a little bit more money to throw around, go get yourself a Prusa or a Bamboo Lab. I would like to go check out other printers, so if you're a 3D printing person that would like to, you know, have your company name and your printer thrown around, talk to me. Let me see one of your printers. Let me play with one of your printers. Please, let me play with your toy. I'll give it back. Like, I have no problem shipping things back. It's just, I need to see things for myself in order for me to know if I like it or not. And that's why I spent my own money on these Neptune 4s. Like, I have a Neptune 4 Pro, I have Neptune 4 sitting over there somewhere. Oh no, that one's sitting upstairs. I have a Neptune 4 Plus, Neptune 4 Plus, Neptune 4 Max, and then 2 more Maxes in there. I've been trying to make sure these Max things work, and man, they've been giving me trouble. But that's the general consensus. They've been giving a lot of people trouble. So, yeah. Anyways, that's essentially it. It all comes down to how much money you got to throw around. And if you're really concerned about spending a lot of cash on it, this is my advice to you. If you're worried about spending that much money, even if $200 is a lot of money to you, if $300 is a lot to you, like anything in between there to that $1,500 that it takes to get one of those X1Cs, here's what I have to say. You can make money. Sometimes, depending on what you do with these machines, how well you get, how good you get with this kind of stuff, you could make money just by making simple things for people. And sometimes people need multiple things, so you can charge them for mass manufacturing jobs. Like, you can find a way to make the machine pay for itself. But I also can't stress this enough. If you're struggling and you think buying a 3D printer is what's going to be the thing that saves you and your whole life from, you know, complete financial ruin, don't. Because then if you don't know what you're doing and then you get one and you're fumbling, then you're just gonna be throwing money at it and hoping that it works, and you still haven't put the time or knowledge invested into it to actually get what you want out of it and turn it into something lucrative for you. That's actually part of the reason why I went with the Neptune 3 Pros initially. They were the machine that helped me get started. I love Elegoo. I genuinely love Elegoo, but we've been having problems and it breaks my heart. But we'll talk about that a little bit later, because maybe we can talk to our friends over at Elegoo Official later and be like, y'all still want me to come over or no? Anyways, let's check back over at the chat. Flex tape for everything. Do you know if some printers are Mac friendly or at least accept files via USB? Okay, so the USB ones, you're gonna be happy to hear that the Neptune 4 series actually does accept USBs. We're gonna talk about the Neptune 4s again a little bit later. I don't know if I shared my workaround for you all yet. And we're actually gonna do some live demoing because I have Slicer over here. And this new laptop actually has everything I need to do slicing right here. And yeah, I just need to get some files. So how about this? Send me something from Printables or MakerWorld. Send me a link from Printables or MakerWorld. You can either send it to me in the chat, or you can send it to me via my email, dustin@thenextdecade.co. So again, printables.com or MakerWorld. Send me some stuff that we can start 3D printing tonight. And yeah, maybe we'll send some stuff out. It's been a while since I hit the mailbox. I need to do that anyways. All right, Kenko, good luck. I hope you find the printer that you're looking for. And then, hey Jake, when it comes to the Neptunes, yeah, they take USBs. You can plug it straight in with a USB. But some of these printers I'm mentioning also do everything over Wi-Fi and micro USB. And there's also micro USBs where you can turn them into a USB. Actually, when you get one of these, here, give me 2 seconds. I'll show you what you get. So when you get the Neptune 4s, they come with these plastic USBs, but they also come with a little USB stick that has a SD card in it. I wouldn't recommend using the SD card that it comes with. I would actually recommend buying your own SD card. Get your own like 8 gig or 16 gig SD cards. Because those little guys, they will die. I think they're intended just for solo firmware update things, and that's it. All right. So we were going to talk about, oh my God. So we were going to talk about my Polymaker order. And just when I was gonna be like, oh, hey, we're gonna talk about my Polymaker order, I think I saw somebody just drop off a box. So give me 2 seconds to go grab that box and see what we got. Woo. Thank you, mysterious box lady. Oof. We got a box. Let's do some unboxing. First, let's make sure you guys aren't looking at my address. Cool, that one's covered. Still gotta rip this one off. Yeah. Safe. Safe. This one's really heavy. Holy shit. Oh, these are my 1, 2, 3 blocks. So if you are, is anyone on here printing like display shelves for like figure arts? I'm working on something right now. So there was this display in 2018 back in Akihabara where it was like all the different riders and their years like around them and like effect pieces and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to recreate that. Anyways, this right here is my set of 1, 2, 3 blocks. What are 1, 2, 3 blocks, Dusty? Well, they are blocks that are 1 inch by 2 inches by 3 inches in length, width, and height. And why did I buy this many? Well, I have 2 already, but I need more for my laser. Why do you need 1, 2, 3 blocks for your laser? If you've ever worked with EVA foam, you know that it likes to roll up and curl up in places you don't want it to. And with 1 through 3 blocks in the laser, I could tell my laser, hey, don't run into these things. And it'll be like, oh, okay. And then it won't run into it. And then it'll cut my foam. And we'll talk about laser stuff later, because that's another thing I would like you guys to send me. I know I said this earlier, I wanted you all to check out Printables and Maker World to send me stuff to either the chat or my email, dustin@thenextdecade.co. But here's another thing. Send me a cool picture. Somebody send me a cool picture and maybe we'll do a live demonstration of what the laser does. Just for you guys, because you're here. Pick the box. All right, so this is another part of the Polymaker order. There we go. Just making sure that it pops open and I can see anything you shouldn't see. What is this? Oh! Okay. This is a 5 kilogram spool of Polylite Cost PLA version A. What the hell is that? I'll show you a little bit later. This is spoiling a little bit of the stuff I have behind the camera, but we'll get to that as soon as we're done unboxing this, because I was actually waiting on this all day. There's another box from UPS where they're like, we're sorry, you're gonna have to come pick it up from the store. My arms are too tired. And meanwhile, like this lady just ran up and dropped all this stuff off. She was able to handle it. Why not you, bro? Go to the gym. Woo! It's not the way I wanted to open this box, but I guess I'm opening it like an animal. Hey, we have the same thing. It's another 5 kilogram spool of Polylite Cost PLA version A from our friends over at Polymaker. It's a huge bit. I'll tell you all a story. I don't know what this is. That's the story, the end. Kidding, give me a second to open this and I'll tell you all a story. Oh, It's my squeeze bottles for the contact cement that hasn't shown up yet. I'm so happy. I'm trying not to be like super salty about today, but today's been like one of those like, oh wow, shit kind of sucks some days. All right, so I'm gonna take these 1, 2, 3 blocks and move them over here. And I want to show you the rest of my Polymaker order real quick. It's not all of it, because I'm still waiting on some of it, but this is enough to where I could probably show you a majority of it. I gotta move the prints out of the way. This is gonna be a lot. God, I can't wait to talk about that stuff. Which we will be talking about today. I'm making sure of it. All right, so 10 gigs of Polylite cost PLA. That's the cost PLA for version A. You thought I was done. This is another 5 gigs and another 5 gigs of cost PLA B version, the version, if you will. Oh, I ain't done. Sorry about that. I'm gonna drop them down here. Actually, I'm gonna go stack them over here. You should be able to see that still. Oh, I ain't done. Oh, no, 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 Dusty ain't done. That's 2.5, that's 2.5, that's 2.5, that's 2.5, that's 2.5. So we have 12.5 gigs of matte white PLA. That's draft white PLA. Hold on. Okay, cool, I didn't dox myself. Rad, awesome, that would've sucked. Anyways, I'm gonna move these over here by the printers. Actually, no, I'm gonna put these ones right behind me because I ain't done yet. I can fit the rest on the counter. What do you mean he ain't done yet? Dusty made a decision. Wine was involved. And also alcohol. Not the wine. The wine was just me complaining on Twitter like I always do. All right, where should we start with this one? Oh, okay, we'll just go back to this for real fast. Is this another one? Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're gonna just start stacking boxes up here so y'all can see what we got. All right, we got 1 spool of natural and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spools of white. We got a lot of blue. We got a 0 blue, a 0 blue, a 0 blue. So much blue, and then aqua blue, and then regular blue. Blue. Then we got a spool of red, light red, and 4 spools of red. Whew. So the top one's a Polylight PLA Pro Sparkle Green. Oh wait, hold on a second. This isn't just any sparkle green. Hold on, we gotta shout out our friend Loyal Moses. What's up, buddy? This is his PLA. Takumi, hey, that's a stand, man. If you just saw the whole camera shake and move, Takumi decided I'm gonna rub on that. But yeah, this is Loyal Moses' PLA. Hopefully the, whoop, well, I just dropped Loyal Moses' PLA and bent it. I mean, the freaking shipping guy, I can't believe he did this to my spool. What a jerk. Anyways, if you guys don't know Loyal Moses, go check out his stuff. Very cool dude. Been enjoying his live streams. He gives away a lot of stuff, and I'm hoping to maybe give away some of this stuff this Christmas season. And this isn't sponsored. This isn't sponsored, but I've been trying. But yeah, we're probably gonna give away some of these spools this year as a Christmas gift, or a Hanukkah gift, or a Kwanzaa, or one of those holidays that good old Dr. Brule used to talk about. Anyways, we have 3 spools of lime green, 3 spools of lemon yellow, and 2 spools, or 1 spool of jungle green, 1 spool of green, and then the Loyal Moses sparkling green in the PLA Pro. Okay, so these next ones are more fancy-ish. Not all of them are fancy, but a couple of them are. We're gonna get to them. So this is the Starlight series from Polymaker. We're gonna quick zoom on these real fast so you guys can get kind of a better idea about this. So, let's focus in on this one right here, I think, the Starlight, Twilight. Essentially, they're all loaded with glitter and a bunch of different types of colors, and I'm really excited to see how they all look. Hopefully, we'll be able to pop each one of these boxes open and give you a better idea of what they really look like here in a bit. But yeah, the colors so far that we have are Starlight, Nebula, Aurora, Twilight, Jupiter, Meteor, Comet, and Mercury. Ooh. So I was trying to get a little bit of a deal with Polymaker to get some Pet G in some specific colors, and I'm also on the hunt for my favorite magenta material. So right now we got, this is the only spool of Pet G I got in this whole thing, because when it comes to Pet G I usually just like to recycle and use what I have, but I am starting to itch for some colors I'm looking for, and one of them I've been looking for is magenta, like always. So we're gonna see if we like this magenta a little bit later. We might throw this on one of the Bamboo Lab machines, see if we like it. But yeah, that's a magenta PLA, or a Pet G. These are TPU, and TPU is kind of like the subject of tonight. We're going to talk about those ColorFabb spools, because I got those sitting over there too, so you guys can see how hard I'm about to flex with material we got to get going super strong this year. We're making sure we're going to be able to produce just about damn near anything anybody wants this year. But yeah, these are TPU. They are flexible filaments, but this is a new TPU I haven't messed with. It's high flow TPU. Meaning we should be able to print this up to, I think it said 100 millimeters a second. Yeah, anywhere between 40 and 100 millimeters a second, which if you haven't printed with TPU before, you usually have to print pretty slow with it. 100 millimeters a second is pretty cool if we can make that work. So we got this in white, black, and clear. If you guys don't know what TPU is either, I got an example of it right here. This is a doorstop that my wife asked me to make, and it's too small for the door that we want it for, so I have to make a new, bigger version of it, but it's supposed to be like a cat low. It'll focus on something eventually, I hope. Man, I need a camera person. This is bullshit. Sorry, y'all. Anyways, yeah, TPU. It's flexible, but this is like a 95 or a 90 shore hardness. like I said, I got something cooler to talk about later. I've talked about it a couple times, but I'm actually gonna show you it working in practice today, I promise. That's the whole goal. All right, so these ones aren't as visually appealing in terms of the packaging, but on the inside they have spools where there are 2 colors in them and they produce some pretty neat prints. I got an example of one over here I'm about to pull over and show you. Check it out, everyone. It is everyone's favorite transforming and reconfiguring robot, Convoy from Diaclone. You know, Diaclone. You know, it's Diaclone. This dude's head will not stay up. It will not stay up. This man refuses to keep his head up. Give me 2 seconds to try to make sure this guy isn't depressed. I'm gonna shove this thing in the back of your head and make sure it stays in there. Be presentable, God. Oh, yeah. This is actually something we printed on the Bamboo Lab. And this is in the same polylite filament, but this one's called Berry. It's a blue on one side and a red on the other side. I really dig it. I think it's a neat color filament. But yeah, it's one of those duos, and we got a bunch of different types of them now. So I gotta name off the colors we got here. We got Army Brown. Oh, these are 2 Army Browns up top. Sorry, the 2 Army Browns up there, my bad. We got the Sun Yellow, the White and Black, the Shadow Red, which is just black and red, and the Glacier Blue, which is ice and blue. Excited to make some neat themed color prints off of those. All right, there you go, transforming robot man. You know what's really cool? It has all these joints and can do all this stuff, right? But the minute you actually try to do anything with it in terms of like, oh wow, I'm a car that rolls, it can't roll. Like, just make the wheels roll. Ah! Might remix that. This sounds like a plan. I also want to fix it on arm joints. I hate that he has those doofy arms out like that. All right, last stack, I swear. Okay, can I play not knock over anything? We'll find out. Ooh. Hey. Ooh. So, these are all just charcoal black Polyterra PLA. It's a pretty cool color. I like using it. But these ones up here are actually Polylite PLA carbon fiber. These are carbon fiber PLA. Polyfiber. Yeah. Carbon fiber strong do make things difficult to print on things not strong. So strong needs to be strong. Print do strong good. I'm brain farting left and right, and that's why I'm in such a mood. I need to be on today, and I haven't been on like at all today. So, but wait, there's more. I'm not done showing you guys the materials we've gotten for this year and for some giveaways and from stuff. Whew. I ain't done yet. Ain't no way. Nope. So our friends over at Willow Creative, can't do anything but shout her out. Go check out her stuff. Extremely talented cosplayer. They turned me on to this stuff, which is called varioshore TPU. These are 2 kick spools, if you can believe that. They're the same size as 5 kick spools, but it's because this material is so light. I've talked about it a lot. I actually have a couple smaller spools of this on the way. I think I'm probably gonna try to give 1 or 2 away during Christmas, or the holidays, or any of those times. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, we have 2 more big spools of each on the way, and that's gonna be our big thing we're working towards this year in terms of the 3D printing scene, is 3D printed EVA foam parts. That's what the varioshore TPU stuff can do. It's essentially 3D printing in a foam-like material, like this, and we're gonna be doing a couple of demo prints of that here pretty soon over on the Neptune 3 Plus. So, I need to move all of this filament over there. Hold on a second. Oh my God, this is, hold on. Where's my phone? I'm gonna get dinged on my live stream. It'll be worth it. I'm gonna turn down my audio on it first. This is gonna be the dumbest joke I've made all week, and I'm not proud of it, but I'll be willing to make it for some of you nerds. One second. I almost goofed. Oh, nope. Yeah, I almost goofed again. Shout out to my phone. I just, I give up. I was gonna make some stupid Attack on Titan reference, so and then have the theme song play in the background, but I can't even get my phone to play right. Do you know how difficult it is to use a cell phone with literal fucking sausages for fingers? Like, I was making Vienna sausage jokes earlier, but no, these are getting bigger. I'm getting those weird, gross old man meaty fingies, and I hate it. No offense to any old guys that got the meaty fingies. It's just, damn. I fumble everything nowadays, and it's the worst. I'm really tired of it. Anyways, I'm gonna see what's going on in chat. Then I'm gonna take a short break while I move all this stuff over, get some water in me, go make a pee-pee, and then we're gonna go over to the side over here where it's kind of a disaster and start printing some stuff. So again, if you have anything that you want to get 3D printed, shoot it over to me on my email, dustin@thenextdecade.co. If it's something you want to see printed on stream, let me know. And if it's something that you actually want to buy from me, that's even cooler. Just make sure it's within the limitations on the model so we're not profiting off somebody else's work. So yeah, shoot me those links. I'm gonna check the chat real fast. Mostly all emojis. I think I own 5 kig all the 1 kig rolls that you have. Oh yeah, Polymaker has this deal right now for 30% off. You put in Black Friday. I don't know if it's still running, but if it is, go jump on it while you can. I do like their stuff. I think it's pretty good. Should I turn your new light back on? Yes, I really should turn my new light back on. I'll be turning that on as soon as I get back in because I had to charge it for a second. So, yeah. Thanks, y'all. I'll be back in just a few minutes. I have somebody really important I need to text, and as soon as I'm done doing that, this will be cleared off. We'll be moved over there, and with the new light, starting some 3D printing. Toy. My starter's been kicking back in recently, and it's fun. It's good times. Everything's a disaster. All right, I gotta text this person. I'll be back in a bit. Greatly appreciate everyone's patience. Just wanted to jump in and say hi back to Megadong. What's up, dude? So before we get going on talking about the varioshore TPU and doing a live demo of how it worked over on the Neptune 3 Plus, I just wanted to give you guys another demo on the cost PLA stuff and talk about my experience with it. First, I still need to go run over to the other side of the house and get the charging light system that we have going. As soon as I have that up, we'll be going again. So just give me a couple more minutes. All I'm asking. Thanks for your patience. All right, thanks for waiting. I appreciate it. Here we go. All right, so these are my Neptune 3 Pluses. I like these machines, always have. Only had a few issues with them. I am gonna have to swap out the modem tube in these here pretty soon, especially after I do these prints. I would strongly recommend putting a new modem tube in these things after every 3 to 6 months. Just so then, you know, if anything gets too hot or carbonizes in there, you know what's up. I hope somebody comes up with a whole entire like metal version of that, because I really don't like the I don't like the modem tube setup for that. But we have ways to fix it. We'll be maybe fixing it later today. We'll see. Anyways, we're about to throw some different TPU on here. This is the rainbow TPU that I used in order to make this kitty cat thing I was talking about earlier. Maybe I can give you all a better view at it now. That thing. Yay. Anyways. We're going to switch out this stuff up here with the varioshore TPU, and we're gonna make a couple of different Chep cubes. If you don't know what a Chep cube is, it's just a 20mm cube. But we're gonna do a couple different versions of it. We're gonna do one at 40% extrusion rate, another one at 60% extrusion rate, and then maybe we'll do another one at like 50 or lower or something like that, and just see. We're gonna play around with the different settings and see what we get out of it. Now you gotta print TPU kind of slow, so these are gonna be going off in the background, and I might end up running around doing some other things because I have something else planned to show you today, like the laser cutter and stuff. But probably after I get it started, we'll get into the cost PLA helmets and stuff like that that I just printed recently. So this is a big spool and it's kind of unmanageable, but I found a way to manage it. It's just gonna be a little bit awkward, and I want you guys to see how awkward it's gonna be for me. So the long and short of it is, I'm gonna be running this filament, this big old gigantic hunking spool, under the table and up and over the spool rack and down through the filament sensor. It should work. It should work. And if it doesn't, then haha, funny YouTube man did bad. So here we go. Just give me a second, slide some cables out of the way, and get this thing unboxed. Or unbagged, I guess. Alright. So, first step is to go heat up the machine so I can get the other TPU out. I lost one of my bearings, that's great. Also, my marbles. Okay, so we're gonna warm this up. TPU settings. And while we wait for that to warm up, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Chep Cube downloaded because I just forgot. I haven't really used this machine yet. The PC I'm using right now, I mean. It's new. So I'm gonna pull up Orca Slicer and I'm gonna make some TPU settings. Actually, you know, maybe when I put Orca Slicer up, I can show you guys Orca Slicer. Ooh, yeah, I should do that. Yeah. So for some reason, it's taking its time. I don't need to set up Orca Slicer. Oh, yes, I do. I did this with Bamboo, but on Orca. Whoopsie. Okay, device keyword. Let's do Eligo. Yeah, there we go. Okay. 3 Pro, 3 Plus, 3 Max. Yes. I love how they have everything except the Neptune 4 Plus on here. They have the 4 Max, the 4, and the 4 Pro, but not the 4 Plus. And yeah, that'll do. Bamboo door. I already have that. Sorry, it's taking me so long to get this going. The minute that's all done, and it's not showing you like everything, I'll have it pulled up for you. All right, here we go. Let's add a, isn't there like an application capture, window? There it is, window capture, all the way down the bottom. All right, I'm gonna call this one Orca, because this is gonna be Orca Slicer. Yay, Orca Slicer. So if you don't know, this is Orca Slicer. It's a slicer. It's what we use to make stuff. Two seconds to bring up printables and get myself the Chep Cube. I think it's over there. Haven't logged in over there yet, but I will. Oh, it's a Chep Cube stand. Oh, okay. This is great. I just need to get just the Chep Cube. Okay, it's on Thingiverse. Where's it on Thing? No, it's right there on Things. What am I doing? Go to Things. Perfect. All right, that's all I wanted. I just wanted a simple Chep Cube. All right, download model. Oh my god. Don't you love it when things forget who you are and you have to log in? Okay. Desktop. All right, cool. All right, now we got it. Here we go. Sorry about the wait. So this is Orca Slicer, and I don't even know if y'all can see it. I think you can see it, right? Oh my god, I keep hitting the wrong thing. Sorry. I have nothing in the right place. Everything's in the weird place on this computer. But yeah, this is Orca Slicer. It's a slicing software and it's pretty neat. Megadog says they've been using it and it's been pretty cool so far. And yes, I've been enjoying it myself too. I'm glad you've been enjoying it too. So I'm gonna switch my machine here. This is where you switch your machine over. We're doing a 3+. So what in the Sam hell? Anyways, that was weird, but we should still be a-okay. Now I'm gonna add the model. We're gonna go to desktop and ChepCube because that's the only STL I have on this computer. I had to pull some from downstairs. Now this one should be 20 millimeters in each direction. Now I have my calipers. I have a really strong idea that this probably won't be that. So we need to change all of our speed settings entirely because it's going to be trying to move entirely too fast for what this stuff is going to be printing. So we need to change this to advanced right here so we can see more of these settings. Check everything down here. We're looking for speed. Speed's right here. Sorry about that. All right, so we can keep the travel the same. The accelerations, I really wouldn't mess with that stuff. The kind of stuff that you want to be messing with is like the first layer and the other layer speed. Everything else I would probably leave exactly the same. So let's just focus on this set right here. 20 millimeters a second is okay. We can mess with that. Outer wall, 25 millimeters a second. That sounds good too. You have to print these things kind of slow. So I'm gonna go ahead and change this to just 30. We're just gonna go 30 overall and just see what we get. It might not be perfect, and that's okay. We're experimenting. We're trying to find a way to get a perfect version of this. Now I have a couple settings I have upstairs that I haven't transferred over to this computer yet, but the minute that we do, and I have more solid evidence of like, oh hey, look, it is working. Then we'll be doing a more serious like actual video about it. But for now, we're dropping everything down to 30 millimeters a second. We're gonna keep the first layer at 20. So I think we need, okay, there's gonna be a small skirt, nothing crazy, but just something small. It's gonna do, yeah, 20 millimeters a second. So the next thing we need to do is change our flow rate. So you can go here to this little magnifying glass. Comes up like a little search bar. Flow ratio. Here, maybe just flow. Oh, well, see, this is a little bit different because I was slicing this over in Cura, and I know Cura better than I know Orca. This is embarrassing. Maybe it's under flow ratio? Hold on a second, let's go look. If you just click it, it'll usually take you to what you're looking for. Well. So where is it? It acts like it takes me there, but then it doesn't show me where it actually is. This is fun. Maybe I'm not seeing it. Sometimes there are things like right in front of me and I just don't see it. I see bridge flow and bridge density. Top surface flow ratio 1:1. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna open up Cura because I would actually know what to do over there in Cura. I just don't have any of my usual settings, which is extra fun. Yay. Bending the knee and downloading Cura again on another machine. Hopefully it won't take too long to install though. Well, we could change out the filament real quick. Let's do that for a minute, eh? Yeah, let's change out the filament while we wait for that to install on everything. Okay. Bed warm. Yep. Bed just finished heating up. might either be really cool or really dumb. There we go. So pull back on this a little bit. Not too much though. Hopefully that's not too taut. Find out. Ooh, we're doing so much learning today. Alright, setting up here, give me 2 seconds, y'all. So again, the trick with this is that you have to have a bed heat about of like 40 between 50. So 40 between 50 degrees, and then you want your nozzle to be anywhere between 230 or 220. I've seen some people do it at 220, but I would recommend 230, 235. It seems to be like a sweet spot somewhere in there. I haven't quite found exactly which one that is. Could also be different because of the temperatures in the room and all that other stuff, but once you find it, you'll know. Hookado. Cura is almost done installing. This is so much fun. This is so much fun. What an exciting stream. Oh, man. Oh. What's up, Riley? Thanks for coming in. Okay. Dusty, what settings would you fix or tool with if your printer is over extruding? They sometimes get bumpy prints. Yeah, I was looking for something to help with the flow or something earlier. Also, hi, Katie, if you're watching. Okay, so it's probably not... If you're getting like little zit guys, I actually might have an example of that sitting around somewhere. It sounds like you might actually have a setting on that... So it's called power loss recovery. Sometimes that setting will actually mess with your 3D prints, and that little tiny glob that's showing up is actually your SD card writing something to the memory of your printer and then writing back to your SD card, so if it fails, it'll start over at that last layer that it failed on. Try turning off your power loss recovery. If that doesn't help it, check your slicer settings, because sometimes a slicer setting can actually mess with that, or a G-code can mess with that. There used to be this thing on Creality where you could just pop in this code and it would turn it off if it wasn't behaving. So if you can't get it to behave via the touchpad, you might want to see if you can find that code and send it in a G-code and see if it works. And if it still doesn't work, holler at me, maybe we can try to fix it together. Oh my God, Kira, you're killing me. Wait, do I have to have an account? Skip. I don't want to make an account right now. Thank you. Non-Ultimaker printer. Non-network printer. Oh my God, this is brutal. Gotta be careful when you scroll on their thing too, because it goes like a mile an hour. All right, Elegoo. Just gonna pull up the ones I have. Okay, cool. It's just the 3 that I actually want to use up here anyways. Oh, okay. Well, we'll just do the plus for now. Thanks. Okay, next. I know, very cool. I have this one upstairs. Thank you, Kira. Very interesting. All right, here. I'm going to make it to where you guys can see Kira now. I'm sorry about this. There we go. This is Kira. It's another 3D slicing software. Okay. Try this again once more with feeling. I have this Chep cube. I want to print it on this machine. There we go. I'm gonna turn it off. Just get Orca Slicer. Just go to sleep. Go to sleep. Thank you. What in the hell did they do to Kira? What is happening today? Thank you. Okay, that's much better. That's probably what I would need is expert. Not to brag or anything. I'm good at 3D printing. I'm not good at 3D printing. I'm okay at 3D printing. It's me one of those everything's 30 all over again ones. You get to be 30. And you get to be 30. And you get to be 30. You get to be 30. You all get to be 30. Suffer with me. Slower travel speed. Yikes. Alright, we don't want to fuck with the accelerations too much. Alright, temperature though. Change that to 30. Build plate temp to 250. Alright, now we're going to drop this flow rate. Let's try to do this one at 40. See what we get. And we're going to call this the 40 Chep. Bump this just a little bit, but not much. Okay. I forgot if we need to have cooling on or off for this. I think we're going to leave it on for now. Oh my god, do you see how much is pulled out from the... You probably guys haven't seen that. Hold on, let me bring this out of the way real quick. We have a whole giant glob sitting over here in the corner. Right there, if you can see the corner of the window where it says file, there's a giant string of the foam stuff just right there. All right, cool. We'll get to zoomed in and looking at that here in just a second. Is it normal for the rails in your 3D printer to get a little bit dusty from the wheels? My Max is running stock, by the way. Yeah, you're gonna get a little bit of dust on all your machines. What I would recommend doing for that is cleaning it off relatively, frequently. And then if it starts making lots of sounds and really not like fun sounds, you might need to lubricate your rails a little bit or your wheels. And then if it's still making a lot of sound, it's janky and not really working good, or it looks like it's like a T shape on the sides of each of your wheels, it's time to get some wheels to replace your old ones. But yeah, that's something that a lot of people don't recognize with 3D printers. And actually, after a couple of years of having really good use out of one, suddenly it stops working so good. It's usually because people haven't been maintaining its parts. I actually have a Neptune 3 Plus like this one over here right now, but the belt on it's all messed up, so I got to fix the belt on it here pretty soon. It's about to pop. I like Kira too. I don't hate Kira. My frustration with Kira more so lies in the fact that there's other slicers that could do a lot what Kira does, but can condense all the information into one small thing and somehow manages to make better. Some prints print better than the prints that they offer on Kira's base settings. And yeah, Orca's like really gotten like my attention. I really do like it. I need more out of it. Like I need just a little bit more Kira out of my Orca. That's all I'm asking for. But yeah, I think we are about ready. I don't think we need any support. We're gonna do a build plate adhesion. We'll do regular brim just to make sure it actually produces a brim. All right, I think we're good to go. We're gonna change this to 40F Chep cube. Gonna hit a Control S just to make sure it saves. 40F Chep cube. Yep, this is a brand new computer. There's nothing on it. Have done barely anything to it. Hit slice on this one. We might get the other machine running too. I have another spool of this stuff that we can run under it. It's the natural color stuff, but I also have a 1 gig spool I made myself upstairs. If you were wondering what all that blue PLA or blue plastic behind me was actually a PETG spool winder. that we broke. So as soon as I find one I like that doesn't break all the time, I'll show you all that. All right, so this Chep cube at this flow rate and everything should take about 47 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the SD card. I'm gonna drop it into this computer and then we will send it along. Okay, it goes in the other way. That's cool. Okay, cool. That's going to be really annoying, trying to get things to go into the SD card slot. Save to removable drive D. Eject. And then we can pop it back out and drop it into the printer. And I'm going to zoom in on the print so you guys can see what happens. Switch bar on it. There it is. Oh, that's too low. No, that actually works. Because then we can do one of these numbers. Hey. Hey, that's actually really nice. I'm glad I can give you that kind of perspective on this. All right, 40F Chep cube, confirm. It should be ready to go right away. I'm gonna pull some of this excess stuff out of the way on the nozzle real quick. See how stringy this stuff is? Wish I can let you all feel this is such an interesting material. Glad I'm able to actually start working with it again, doing more stuff. I've been doing stuff already. I got some stuff upstairs. I want to show, but it's just not ready yet. Let's get this focused in. No, wait, no, come back. So what it's doing right now is purging what was out in the first layer. So the Neptune 3 likes to leave a little tiny smudge when it does its first part of the print. Now I forgot to put the build plate on all the way, so I'm just trying to catch it. Checking the first layer. It looks like it's laying down nice already. Let's hope it stays that way. Here, y'all can't even see it. Sorry. So hopefully, in the next couple of minutes, you should be able to see this producing like a little cube, a little foam cube. So depending on the infill and the flow rate, so this is a 15% infill, which is pretty much the standard across the board on most slicers at this point. But yeah, it's a 15% infill and a 40% flow rate, meaning that this should come out really, really soft and squishy. I think it's the faster that you push it out and the faster hard flow rate, the less chance it has to foam up and bubble. So I think this is supposed to be the super squishy one. Did a light turn off? Oh, this thing, the battery on this thing died again. Hold on, I gotta check this too. I think it just pulled up. No, it didn't. It's actually okay. I think it's just this spool down here being a punk. Yeah, it is. Cool. All right, well, I need to get another light going so y'all can see this better. I'm so sorry. Maybe I can get like another tripod out. I can settle on that and then get its own dedicated plug. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go look around. I'm so sorry this is taking me so long. I found a plug for the light to work. Problem is the plug's like 4 inches long. So I'm gonna try to find a cable extender and be right back. Sorry about the wait. Hopefully y'all should be able to see this just fine. I'm gonna try to turn the autofocus off too because it's being a punk. Sorry about that, the camera died. Had to make sure I got that battery back in there. So yeah, the battery on the light died again too. I have it on a fast charger. This time it's like nearby. Hopefully it should charge faster this time. Very sorry about this, folks. I thought this thing would have been fully charged. It looked like it was fully charged. It acted like it was fully charged. It's not fully charged. I have another panel at the office I can use too. I just keep forgetting to grab that damn thing. But yeah, you know. We'll get it back. Hopefully that's been printing and not struggling. Because that felt like it was struggling there. Let me take a quick peek. No, it's still printing. Looks like we're all right. Let me get this zoom back in again so y'all can get a good look at it. I love it. There's little tiny things on the ground that prevent a whole tripod from getting where it needs to go. Just put wheels on this thing. So yeah, we're gonna hop back over in the chat and see what's going on. Oh. Finally finished printing my full bottle display and a ton of driver plaques. Very cool. I need to do the same. I need some of them hold up all my different rider belts and stuff like that. Something different though. I had to stop using my Neptune 2 because I kept getting super crunchy. Porous prints, gave it up and got a max. Yeah, so the Neptune 3, or the Neptune 2 has the same problems that the Enders did where they had like plastic extruders. Any extruder that has like a ton of plastic as its main holding part for metal to metal parts is not gonna do super hot. It's even the issue I'm running into on the Neptune 4s, but this issue I'm running into is completely different. It's super strange, but anyways, usually with the Ender style clone 3D printers, they have those weird metal arms that break, or the weird plastic arms that break. Takumi's running around with a piece of filament. Dude, where'd you go? Come back. Oh God. But yeah, it was probably not getting enough filament for it to print the way it should have been printing. Wish there was a better, more standardized way to describe how the clearance between the nozzle and the piece of plate you're leveling should feel when levering. Oh, so Riley, the way that you want to get around that, it's the best way I could describe it. It's kind of like the lightest tug you could possibly get. Dude, what are you doing? What do you have? Oh, he has like a little piece of filament in his mouth, and he's running around so proud of it. It's so cute. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by my cat. But yeah, it should feel like you almost have like a tiny fingernail just barely scraping over the surface of it. You know, like not a lot of force, not a lot of tension. Like not to where you're like digging the nozzle into the bed, but also not to where it's like, you know, a millimeter or more away from the bed itself. But yeah, there should be a better way to describe that, I think. But I guess the best way I could describe it is like scraping a fingernail on it, like that kind of a feeling, just gently. Favorite from Heisei? Oh, Decade, easily. And then if we were talking about the second set, either... Oh God, it's hard to say with the second set. I really like O's. I like Gaim a lot too, though. And Drive too. Drive was fun. I like Zio. You know what? You're asking me to like pick a favorite kid, but if I had to pick one, it's probably one of those guys. I like Kuga a lot too. Agito is really good. I like Heisei Kamen Rider. Okay, it was fun. This cat is running around with a piece of filament. He loves it. He's playing with it. Maybe I need to turn the camera to that. It'd be more interesting. Really cool driver display by Mixed Messages on Colts 3D. Shoot me the link. See if you can send me that over chat. See if I can't get that real quick. Hopping over the Colts right now to look. Talk to me. Okay, so what'd you say this dude's name was again? Let's see here. Mixed Messages. Well, that didn't give me any better results. I haven't been over to Colts in a little while. Ooh, there's some neat new stuff up here. Oh yeah, I forgot. They have these Kamen Rider black belt displays that I found that were really, really neat. What the hell? Don't play this game if you're under 40 years old. I love these ads. Oh my God, I don't have an ad blocker on here yet. Holy Jesus. How do I escape this? I was searching on Colts and now suddenly I'm like dealing with an ad. This is super cool. This computer's brand new. Come on, y'all. Hit me with that shit first. Oh yeah, the O's belt's a lot of fun. I like the O's belt. I wish. Do you have the CSM, the Super Best, or the Deluxe edition? Hey, Mimi. Thank you. I've been trying to find it, just can't find it. I love watching paint dry, don't you? Man, I can't believe my bamboo lab is shit on the floor. There's so many little tiny bits of things just everywhere from that last build I did. If you don't know, I'm working on a CSM sized blaster from Lightspeed Rescue or GoGo 5. Like Rescue Laser, I think it's what's called in GoGo 5. Can't remember. Speaking of lasers, we got a laser cutter. And we are slowly but surely figuring out exactly what we can do on what materials. And we were mostly set to go on the EVA foam side. We're still trying to figure out all the engraving and things like that. But if you're interested in us doing a live demo of that tonight, send us a cool picture. Send us something that you would like to see laser cut, and maybe we'll cut it out on some wood. Give you guys a chance to see that for yourselves. Oh, and Riley, if you have a hard time sending the link through the chat, feel free to send it to my email at dustin@thenextdecade.co. Talk to me. What is she doing, buddy? I think he wants like attention. I think he's like, why are you talking to a stick? What are you doing? Pay attention to me. I'm right here. I want to show them the cool 3D print we're doing. I already showed you diving into the box earlier. Just as a heads up, y'all, we're probably only gonna be streaming for about 1 more hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back and wait for this print to finish. While this print is finishing though, I wanna share with you 2 of the same helmet printed on 2 of the same material, only a little bit different types of material. Remember those giant white bags I had earlier? Well, I bought 2 different kilogram spools of the CosPLA white and the CosPLA, or the CosPLA version A and the CosPLA version B from Polymaker. And I wanted to try it out because I saw our friends working on November Black, the ODST series that's oh, excuse me, coming out. They've been using it, and Daryl, I think his name's Daryl, the dude that's over there working there, for November Black, like that guy's rad as hell. He makes really, really, really cool stuff, and his paint jobs are absolutely amazing. So please, 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 go watch his stuff. Go check out November Black on YouTube. But yeah, we're gonna pull this back a little bit, and we're gonna story time a little bit with the stuff I got in front of you. The L combo, buy from the L combo, the L combo. All right, hey, what's up? So I'm gonna grab you, and we're gonna move over here where there's better light. We're gonna try to, okay? Oh, well, okay, I'm running over a cable already, which means I need to push a cable. Just keep pushing the cables. Yeah, keep pushing the cables. Woohoo! All right, hopefully the light should be better right here. Cool. Great. Great. So I'm gonna get myself all untangled from all this now. What did I do? Hey, can y'all hear me? Did y'all hear any of that? What in the world? Dude, this new touchpad that I have is possessed, and I think it muted my mic during all of that. No audio at all? Oh, man. So, like, what's the last thing y'all heard me say so I can try to recap on what I missed? Or what y'all missed? Also, Riley, thanks for the $2. I'm really sorry about that. Says basically when I grab the helmet. Damn. Oh, okay. Wait, grabbed which helmet? Both of them, or? Oh, really? So I've been sitting there talking to nothing this whole time? Oh, damn it. Oh. Okay, TLDR. First helmet came out great. Second helmet came out a little bit rough because my settings were bad. My microphone came out of the cable socket because it's a janky little cable. Anyways, the second helmet came out kind of not so great. It's still good, but I don't think I would sell it to somebody. It would need a little bit of repair before I would do that. The second one I showed you was Cost PLA version B. It needs to be printed a little bit hotter. I'd say instead of like 210 like it recommends, go 220, 222, somewhere in there on a machine like a Neptune 3 Plus, or Neptune 4 Plus, excuse me. The version A, I would also recommend going a little bit hotter on that too. So, really sorry. The settings on the machines were exactly the same. The only difference was me. I blame myself for why that one came out a little bit nasty. It's because it needed to be printed a little bit hotter than I was letting it be printed. Usually on these machines, I let them preheat to 205, which is pretty normal for PLA. And then usually when they start running really, really fast, they'll go up to 200, but for some reason, these ones didn't kick up at all. So I had to manually kick up the temperatures to 210 for the A and 220 for the B for them to print appropriately. Yeah, really sorry about that. I'll have to keep a better eye on my audio because this is so hard to keep all track of. I have so much stuff to do, keep flowing all at once, and I'm just so I don't have a lot of things printing when I do these streams. It's because I want to make sure I'm focused on y'all and having these things work. But if I can get somebody to come help me run streams, that'd be really cool. Anyways, the foam piece came out really, really, really darn good. The only thing about it that didn't come out good was the top surface. The top surface has a lot of little porous holes and stuff like that, and it's a little bit janky on that top surface. Other than that, though, it came out really good. I like it a lot. It's very squishy. It almost feels like EVA foam, but the side of it that's been hit with heat, so it has like a diamond, smooth diamond back pressure piece to the back of it. You know what I'm talking about if you look at those giant puzzle piece ones that are used for shops and whatnot. But yeah. Oh, excuse me, my dinner's coming back up to talk to me. Now we're going to be doing a version of it, instead of it at 40% flow rate, we're going to do it at 60. So this one should come out a little bit more dense. It's the only thing we're changing is the flow rate. So I'm changing that right now. As soon as I'm done doing that, we will start another print. And I will sit here and just kind of scream on the inside because, oh my God, this audio thing should not be this much trouble. It really shouldn't. The cable they gave me is it's like a giant spring. It's on a giant spring thing. And then the USB I'm using for my camera is right next to it, and I think it keeps knocking it out because I've been trying to move around so much. Okay, flow is what I'm messing with now. Okay, 60. Change it all to 60. So this one should come out much more dense. And slice. 60. And save to removable as 60 FQ eject. Got it. All right. Now we're going to take this back over to the Neptune 3. Oh my gosh. It should be good to go, so we're just gonna send it right away. 60F jet cube, go. So this will probably be the last print for the night. Maybe we'll have time to do one other one on the bamboo, maybe. If there is something you see that looks cool on Maker World that you would like to see printed on the bamboo as we round out the show for tonight, let me know. Drop it in the chat, or send it to me over at dustin@thenextdecade.co. If I get it, I will try to print it and show it to you before the stream's over. I want to talk about how we have our AMS with its 12 slots now. We have 12 slots on our AMS system, so we can print up to 12 colors. And since we're able to print up to 12 colors, I wanted to start by making a complete style gigantic print. And this is the one I was talking about, the what's it called? The rescue laser from GoGo5. I'm bringing it in right now. Posted a couple pics over on Twitter. But yeah, I'm really excited to make this a full-size prop. I'm going to try to make it to where the gun mode and the stick mode are both really close to what they should be like for somebody my size. So it might be a little bit more than 1-to-1 scale, but that's all right. Bringing in the other pieces I have done real quick, because I haven't shown too many pictures of these publicly. But yeah, there's the back nozzle. Whoop. But yeah, at some point it should sit and look something like that when the back handle part's done and the stick part's done. I was going to start printing those hopefully tonight, and they should be done by the time we start streaming again tomorrow. I'm printing the stick part though in a metal composite PLA. I think it would look neat and give it a little bit of heft, and I think it'll, you know, just be one of those kind of cool prints. Got that stuff from Protopasta, so I'm excited to print with that. The other materials though, half of it is Elegoo and the other half is Polymaker. Oh my god, all that Polymaker on my my kitchen island looks like it's bending. Yikes. I don't know if I'd be able to show that on camera from that perspective. I don't want to move the camera again. Anyways, yeah, multicolor prints, foam prints, laser cutting. That's the next thing I wanted to share with y'all that we can do. Let me pull that back. Again, if you have a cool picture you want me to cut out, I'll try to cut it out. If not tonight, probably tomorrow, because we do the longer stream on Sundays. We do the What's Up stream on Saturday. Sunday's a stream where it's like, okay, I'm working and doing other stuff, but still showing y'all things. So I'm going to zoom this back out again real quick. I'm going to show you some of our laser cut stuff. Nothing crazy. It's just been experimentation, but I wanted to share it. So this is 3mm thick MDF. And yeah, it cut right through it like butter. But we also have a decent gauge of like, what's our engraving line? Like what's okay to engrave, what's not okay to engrave. Like this is a great gauge to get an idea of like what we need to do for these materials. And this isn't all of it. This is just the 3F pulled in. I got a lot more stuff that we've worked on so far. So here's 5mm MDF. So same material we just showed, just twice as thick. I'm gonna set these down so I can show you the cool one. We've almost got it to where our EVA foam is getting cut like it is on a knife. Here, I'm gonna try to bring this closer to the light so y'all can see it. It's really annoying that this stupid light I bought for today that's been charging all day suddenly just died after like 5 minutes. So taking that back probably. I was really impressed with it too. Anyways, trying to get some better lights. Now you can see I can engrave on EVA foam. you see how fine some of this detail is? I'm gonna try to zoom it in real fast. Yeah, it wants to just focus on the printer so bad. There we go. All right, see that detail that's right there? Like, I could do Zengets. I could do all those little tiny triangles and things for that melon thing he's got going on. But also, like, see how this foam is like dangling on the outside of it? All these floppy bits? Like, that is the lightest setting I can get it to go where it cuts all the way through in one pass. And it doesn't char the edge. So I'm super excited. I'm about to start changing all of my old patterns into SVGs and making it to where instead of us making it to where you guys print them and you cut them out yourself, we could cut them out for y'all and have that set to you like a kit. And if it's too small or too big, just let us know. Just replace the pieces. Woohoo! Yeah. Laser cutting's cool though. I'm really excited to start doing some cutting of that stuff and see if I can't do more thermoforming. Next two big toys we want to get for the business are the injection molder and our thermoformer. So then we can start vacuum forming bigger stuff like half shells of helmets. So we can do characters like Kamen Rider Ghost. For all the people that ask me for Kamen Rider Ghost, because oh my god, I get so many people asking me for Ghost specifically, which is like, I mean, I'll do it. It's just it's not nothing as a character. It's the helmet's like I want to do it right, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to do a vacuum form of a thing that big. So something with like an actual vacuum former would really help. All right. I'm gonna hop over into the chat real quick, and I'm going to take probably a short break to use the bathroom here in a second. But I'm gonna catch up with what y'all been talking about real quick. I bought some version A, but I haven't gotten to use it yet. Yeah, Riley, if you're gonna use that stuff, I'd highly recommend using probably around 210 for the printing temperature. Maybe 210, 212, 213, somewhere in there. Play around with it, make some cubes. If it seems like it's under extruding even a little bit, throw a little bit more heat on it. That varioshore TPU is something I've really wanted to try. Do you have any thoughts on the Seal 3D scanner? I haven't heard anything about the Seal 3D scanner yet. If you want to try some of this TPU though, you might want to be around on my Christmas stream because I'm probably going to be giving away a little bit from my personal spool. So, keep an eye out for that. I want to see something get lasered. All right, Megadon, post a link to a cool picture that is completely safe for work, and I will try to laser something so long as I can laser it within the span of 30 minutes. Have you tried resin printing lenses? Yes, I did. Resin printing came out pretty good. What's a good site to get supplies? What do you mean, like 3D printing? Like materials or like laser cutting materials? You gotta give me a better idea. But yeah, the Seal 3D scanner, haven't seen anything about it. I'll look into it and try to get back to you by tomorrow if I can. So just come back tomorrow, I'll look at that thing. We are looking at getting a laser scanner. That's something, or not laser scanner, a 3D scanner. We have the LiDAR on the iPad and it works not bad, but we want something that can do more detailed stuff for us. Bought a Creality M2 for the printing lenses, and I've had decently mixed results. Yeah, fine-tuning resin prints to get the settings you want is a pain in the butt. I think it also comes down to like what slicer you are using. I use Lychee Slicer, and the reason why I like Lychee Slicer is that depending on your machine and what settings you use, and other users that use that same slicer, you can tell the slicer like, hey, this print worked, or hey, this print didn't completely work, or hey, this print completely failed. So depending on what their profile was, you might be able to find it yourself and yeah, get some, decent results. Temperature also really affects resin 3D printing, so just try to have it in a warm area. Warm really helps it. It likes being warm, not hot, but warm. So like a high 70s, like very, very, very low 80s. have the seal light. It was about $200 and seems to be relatively decent. See, I have really particular needs and wants out of a 3D scanner. Like, I want a 3D scanner where it's like I can scan something small and be like really happy with the result, just as much as me being able to scan something big and get still a pretty darn good result. I think we narrowed down the one that we want. It's just a matter of, do we want to spend the money on that right now, or do we want to go earn some money by selling some stuff first, then buying it? You know what I mean? We're trying to figure out what we want to do, but we'll get there eventually. I love how it's so focused on that Elegoo logo. It's just like, I love it. And then like you get to see the print kind of show up on screen. So the laser thing. Let me just try to find a cool picture. That's like a cute like meme thing that like everyone's like, oh yeah, that thing. I love that thing. Huh. Just give me some suggestions. I'll find one and I'll give you a quick demo of how the laser things. I'll have to take a short break in between the two so I can like move things around and make sure we can actually do that in there. We should be okay. I'll probably plug everything into the EcoFlow and it should be able to be Gucci. But yeah, throw out some suggestions and pictures and I will laser something for you. The other thing too is like try to avoid like what's the word I'm looking for? Like super like fan art stuff that you have to pay for. I don't want to get anybody upset at me for printing their art in a way they didn't want it printed. Let's find some like crap royalty-free clip art. There's gotta be one that's like relatively like, ha ha ha, that's funny. I would 3D print that. Wow, it literally just is free. There's an owl. And oh, it's like that dork kid. Oh man. Oh, that maybe that dork emoji. You're not dork, the nerd emoji. You know what I'm talking about? Let's do that. I want the one with the finger though, so it's like. Some of these people's like version of it, it's like really strange. There we go. Thankfully, this one is a royalty-free one, so it shouldn't be a problem. All right, so the next trick is trying to figure out how quickly I can turn the laser on, because it takes a second for it to set up. So, okay, so I'm gonna try to get the finger emoji next to it too. Megadon convinced me. All right, I have my printer directly ventilated, but I also run a small space heater in the room at the same time. Yeah, that might actually be part of your problem, is having it directly ventilated. You want to have some warmth inside that printing chamber. I wouldn't use the vent on it until you know the print is done. That's when I would use the vent. I know it sucks, it's a pain in the ass, but if you're having trouble getting prints to like really stay, you're gonna have to get it going in a warmer place. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna find that finger emoji. Like I'm finding a bunch that like don't have the there we go. Is that the one? Please tell me it's a PNG. No. Finger emoji. That's the one. That's the one, officer. What'd you give me? Is that a WebP? Show me the. I had to redo so many things on this computer. It won't show me what. Oh, it is a JPEG. Oh, they're both JPEG. Why would you send me a JPEG? Okay, don't show me this reminder again. So So many of these weird Windows changes are just like they want to be like a Chromebook, but really we just need them to be a Windows PC. Maybe we should give them a middle finger and be like, haha, we are edgy. Haha. This one's called Clean PNG, but it wouldn't let me just take a clean PNG. It only offered me the... Oh my god. Okay, can I download it? Can I download it? Oh my god, folks, we got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna transfer over the BRB message to this. Wow, that's looking like a little bit junky from here. Hope that comes out okay. But yeah, I'm gonna put the BRB message up. I'm gonna go get the laser set up, and then once we have everything all set up, I will transfer you guys over to the garage so you guys can watch our first laser demonstration. Sound like fun? I heard 2 of you leave. Okay, bye. I'll be back in a minute. All right, thanks for the patience, y'all. I appreciate you. Yeah, so what ended up happening with the last print was the filament got stuck where I ended up putting the spool. So I just gave it a lot more slack. So hopefully now it should be able to finish printing. We'll come back to this by the end of the stream. But what's going to happen right now is we're going to be jumping back into the BRB session for just a moment as I move all of our setup over into the garage so I can give you a demo of the laser cutting. It's going to take me a couple minutes. Try to bear with me, but I'll try to give you guys a full show until at least 2:15. So the thing we're going to cut out is probably going to be small so that you guys can get the demo of it, but I'll try to bring over a couple things I've worked on so far that I can actually show you. Like the first thing we cut out, which was the from Shin Kamen Rider Spirits. It's the even if there's no God or no Buddha, there's always Kamen Rider, that whole thing. Yeah. So give me just a few to move the camera and the laptop into the garage, and I'll give you guys a nice look at our laser cutter. All right, bear with me. All right, we just got back into the garage. The laser is now doing some noises, and the minute I can close the case, I'll bring up the laptop, showing you where the laser's set, and we will start giving you a demo of the laser working and how to work the laser. If you're interested in what laser we're working on right now, we are working on a full spectrum laser Muse Titan. It's a heckin' chonker of a laser. If you're interested in any of the Muse Series laser cutters, they have smaller ones that fit on most people's desks. Mine doesn't fit on most people's desks. I had to make a custom table for it. But if you're interested, go down to this description down below and go check out those links and those coupons that are in there. You'd be really surprised to see how many hundreds of dollars you could save on one of these full spectrum lasers using one of our codes. Thank you very much to Full Spectrum Laser for sponsoring our channel. It really means a lot, and we can't wait to show you what we're using this laser for. I saw somebody mention the Suit Up Ultraman earlier. That is coming alongside the next project we're doing, which is the Shin Kamen Rider parody. So as we're filming that, we're going to be filming the new Suit Up, and very excited, very excited to show you what we're doing for that. Anyways, let me rearrange all this stuff. Let me get the program loaded up onto the computer to where y'all can see it, and we should be going here probably within the next 5 minutes or less. Thanks for your patience, as always. Alright. Sorry about that if you heard a bunch of noise and stuff, my bad. I was trying to get everything set up just right. But yeah, this is part of our Muse Titan. There's the logo right there. You can see all the workspace we got right here. Plenty of space to be working with. So I got our pictures. I just need to get the program loaded up. Now here's the only thing about this thing I do not like, is that it runs on an online server in order for me to connect to it. And it's essentially this Windows 10 computer. And those things chug. So they always did. All of them always did. So right now I'm typing in my little IP thing for it. In the minute I have that all set in, we can start making something. Just gotta wait for it to connect to this real quick. It takes a minute, then I gotta do a login, and then after all that, then we can finally work on something. Give me 1 second. It's like 4 or 5 different things I gotta do just to get it started. This, like I said, is my least favorite part about it. Outside of this, it could be much worse. Alright. Can I F11 this? I can, cool. Windows. Okay, so now I want to show y'all that screen real quick. So we're gonna do a window capture. Main screen turn on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. So this is Retina Engrave, and this is the program that we use in order to laser stuff. So the first thing I want to show you is that if you hold Control and you click, the laser will move where you clicked it to go. Cool, huh? Now, it's kind of scary with those bricks being right there, right? Like that, right? Oh, hold on a second. I'm really sorry about that. I forgot I needed to do something. There we go. So y'all didn't get to see that doing its thing. So I'm going to make Retina Engrave a little bit smaller. I'm going to put it over here in the corner. Actually, let's put it over here in this corner. I hope y'all can see this all okay. If it's a problem, I'm sure you'll let me know. But anyways, yeah, if you hold Control and you click like normal, you can move the laser places. So theoretically, if I wanted to tell it to laser and send it going like that, I could, but I'm not confident in that just yet. I don't want to do that just yet. But yeah. So here's what I want to do though. If I hold Alt instead, I get this same little crosshair, but when I click instead, I get these little circles, and what these are boundaries, which means that it will not go within any of these boundaries when it prints. It will actively try to avoid these spots. So then when I hit a print and tell it to start, it will actively avoid these areas as we're printing. Or yeah, well, essentially printing, cutting. It's another printing graphics tool, you know, one of those kind of things. So do a couple more here. Just make sure this thing doesn't get messed up with. I always try to give it way more than it needs it just to be extra safe. I just do not want to have this crash into anything it doesn't need to crash into. But these blocks you're seeing on the screen over here and over here on the, yeah, that thing right there, that's a 1, 2, 3 block. So it's 1 inch tall by 2 inches wide by 3 inches tall. It's neat. Yeah. Anyways, now I have this all taken care of. I'm gonna go run back to the desktop real quick. Oh wait, no, I don't need to do that. What am I doing? We're gonna go to this thing right here. Oh, well, hold on a second. I think it's just easier to drag it. I think it'd be safer to drag it too. I had a client recently that's what's the best way to put this? They do more risque art. Let's just go with that. But they were my first client, and they were ready to be like, oh yeah, dude, let me totally use that laser. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And they were like 4 digits, and I was like 4 digits. Okay, can't do multiple files at once, just one at a time. And we'll add this one. Okay, I'll go back to full screening this. Cool. So now we got our 2 little pictures. I gotta make these way smaller so that we can actually use these. Hold on a second, Control Z. You gotta hold Shift if you're gonna scale these things so they all stay the same size that they're supposed to. We're gonna make this smaller too so things can actually get done in time. Because I'd like to close up before my wife has to come home so she doesn't deal with any of this stuff. So you gotta come up here to hit the zoom. Hopefully this will be done pretty quick. Alright, so if I remember correctly on my MDF sheet, I think we wanted to use 80% power on this. No, I think we did 40 and it came out pretty good. We're gonna do 40. Let's do 45. Meet in the middle. A nice 45. And do the same over here. It's down to a 45. Okay. Now we're gonna add a cutout using this rectangle. hopefully the laser at 100% should totally be able to cut through this size material. Okay, we'll do that. Now I'm going to grab the nerd face and I'm going to adjust him ever so slightly. There he goes. Cool. Alright, so yeah, we're going to blast the laser at 100%, so y'all should be able to watch the laser. Thankfully, you guys won't need to use your glasses. But yeah, I'll try to get you a good view of what it's doing as it's lasering. So once you have everything set and you're happy with all of it, you go to File, Sync Workspace, just to make sure it got all its information. Now, I could either hit the button over here and hit the manual button, or I could just go up here and hit this, and it'll start. So I'm going, yeah, it's gonna get loud, so I'm gonna go and mute the mic after a little bit, all right, y'all? All right, here we go, I'm gonna mute the mic. Oh, wow, was that on? I'm so sorry if that was on. My bad, y'all. I know how audio quality on this can mean to a lot to people, so. We're almost done. I'm going to do one more thing really, really fast before I pull this out. So bear with me really, really quickly. We're going to go do laser time one more time. Look, it's you guys. See? I was able to laser cut all of you. Give me a couple seconds to move everything back into the kitchen area / our 3D printing area and all that stuff. You know, our CNC kitchen. Ha 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 ha. We actually work in a kitchen. What up, Stefan? But yeah, I'm gonna shut this down. I'm gonna bring in these parts over to the main area in the kitchen, and we will wrap up tonight's stream. See you back here in a little bit. Alrighty, I got the parts off of the printer, or the laser cutter. Okay, so I'll give you all a little bit closer look. This is what we were able to get out of it. Not bad, eh? Came out relatively quick too. Side isn't charred too badly. This is exactly what we're looking for, to where it isn't like, you know, a super disgusting mess where there's a bunch of like ash and stuff coming off my fingers. Like if I rub it really hard, I'll get like some. There's a little bit on there, but like clean. You know, that's what we wanted. This came out pretty clean. This one came out a little bit rough on the back of it because you can see it burned straight through. Still trying to learn the settings for a lot of this, but once we have a really good library of different settings for all our different materials, ooh, we're gonna be flying. I can't wait to start laser cutting some of my EV and foam patterns, and then also being able to 3D print some things in the same kind of like foam material. Speaking of, let me go back over and grab the varioshore TPU and the 40% and the 60% flow rate versions. Talk about these real quick, and then we'll wrap up the stream for tonight. Where did I put? Okay, the other one's over there. So yeah, here's the 60. It's so much more dense and top feeling. It's so crazy. Oh my gosh, y'all are gonna love this. Check this out. Okay, I'm gonna put my mic over here, so then y'all can still be able to hear me. So this is the first one again, just for frame of reference. Super squishy. The only thing I didn't like about it was the top surface. It's kind of rough and porous. But other than that, it came out pretty good. Really, really happy with how this one came out. So here's... this is the 60% flow rate stuff. It is so much more dense. It is harder to squish. I did nothing different other than change the flow rate, right? It still squishes the same amount. It's just, it's harder to get it to that full squish. So this is my favorite part. Check this out. The top surface looks so much better than this one did. Let's see if we can get a better zoom on this so y'all can get a good look at it. Sign of it starting to get caught by the filament not catching all the way in like it was supposed to, because it was getting caught by the table because I didn't use the tiny spool like I was gonna. Anyways, thank you for putting up with the laser cat time. I really appreciate that. If you're talking, you can't hear me. That's no good. It says my mic's working on my end. At least this time it is. Earlier it wasn't. But we're actually going to be wrapping it up here anyway, so if you came by to stop to watch the stream today, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We're going to try to get a couple helmets and other things running here tonight, so hopefully we have some more to show you tomorrow. We're going to try to do some more with the varioshore TPU, and I just launched them across the room. Yeah, it's 2 in the morning. It's time for us to go to bed. So we'll catch you later. Remember, this is you, and I'll see you here next time here at the Next Decade. Later.